Hi, and welcome back to another LeetCode video. We're going to look at another classic one, the easy problem, best time to buy and sell stock. I've done this in the past. Actually not that long ago, actually this month. Right, we're just going to do it again, just for practice. And yeah, so let's have a quick look at what this is. So we're given an array of prices where the price at a position is the price of a given stock on the ith day. We want to maximize the profit choosing a single day to buy one stock and choosing a different day in the future to sell that stock. Return the maximum profit you can achieve from this transaction. If you cannot achieve any profit, return 0. Okay, cool. So there's a limit on how many elements we have in our prices array, and the values are between 0 and 10. So these are the buy and sell prices. Right, cool. It would be nice to buy stocks at price 0. Yeah, so obviously we're looking for a way to buy cheap and to sell high, right? And the question is, because the stock price can go up and down, well, how do we pick the optimal buy? How do we pick the optimal dip to then sell at the highest point? Relative to that dip. So in this example, so we have a couple of prices. So it starts high, drops to 1, goes to 5, to 3, to 6. So I guess if we buy at 1 and sell at 6, that would be the maximum profit of 5, right? If we bought at 5 and sold at 6, well, profit would be 1. That wouldn't be ideal. Cool. Second example. So here the price is always decreasing, so we can't get a profit, so the output should be 0. Okay, cool. So the way to solve this problem is actually, it's actually quite simple. So, I mean, one thing that you can do is a brute force approach, where you just say, okay, you pick one loop to iterate over the buy day, and then a second loop to iterate over all of the different selling days. That would be O of n squared time, and O of 1 space. You could implement that if you wanted to. Yeah, why not do that? Let's just do this for the sake of completeness, and then we'll optimize it. So O of n time and O of 1 space, and we only need constant space. We only need to know what the maximum profit is. So the maximum profit by default is 0, and at the end we return the maximum profit, right? So for buy day in range length prices, because that's how many days we have, and for sell day in range, well, we have to sell. Well, if we sell on the same day we buy, profit is 0, so that's not really going to be useful. So we're going to start selling from the day after the buy day, and also to the range of the length of what we have in the prices array. Right, so profit is then nothing but, what is it? Prices on the buy day. And the profit is, of course, the difference between the sell day and the buy day, right? So that's how we do that. And then the max profit is going to be the maximum between the previous max profit and, of course, our current profit. Yeah, and if we run this, that should work. Let's see if we can submit it, or if it runs into time limit exceeded. Could be. Yeah, so that looks like time limit exceeded. Yeah, so that's a limitation of the LeetCode platform, right? Because the algorithm is not running fast enough. It's not directly related to the asymptotic runtime complexity. It's just on the CPU. This is just too slow. Of course, the asymptotic runtime complexity gives a hint of why that might be, but yeah. A boundary is still something different than an actual runtime on a CPU. Right, this is an asymptotic runtime. So if n is small enough, it could still be fast enough for CPU. In this case, on this LeetCode, it's not fast enough because we run through timeout first. So, okay, so how can we optimize this? Well, if we have an array, we could simply say, okay, whenever we find a smaller number, we could say, okay, we're making a loss. So if we go from 7 to 4, we're making a loss. It doesn't make sense to have bought anything on the day when the price was 7. We might as well just have bought something on the price on the day where the price was 1. And then we just continue to iterate over the array until we reach a point where the buying price is smaller than 1. And in the meantime, we check our difference to the current price to our buying price. And that's going to be our maximum profit. So, and that will automatically find us the lowest price and the highest peaked after we bought. And that will be a candidate for our max profit. So let's just do that. So we're just going to iterate over the prices for price and prices. We'll have a buy price. And we have a buying price. The buying price will be, what will be our buying price? Well, we're guaranteed to have at least one element in prices. So our buying price will be, let's just pick the first element, right? And now we do a little check. If price is smaller than buy price, we're going to update our buy price to be price. And otherwise, what we'll do is we'll compute our current profit. Now, current profit is, of course, the current price minus the buy price. And we can also update our max profit here. So our max profit will be the maximum of our max profit and the current profit. So we'll have something like this. Wait, max profit, yeah. So there we go. And because here we don't have to update our max profit, because if we buy and sell at the same time, it's not going to do anything for us. So yeah, I think that is it. Let's just run this very quick through the first tests. Both test cases worked, and now let's submit it to see if the LeetCode gods accept the solution. And they do, yes. So just to recap, best time to buy and sell stock is a classic LeetCode problem. You should know by heart how to do that one. It's a very simple one, but when you've encountered it for the first time, it might take you a little bit of head scratching how you might get there. So the key is find the next lowest buy price. And then from there on, just check how much profit you would make and update your max profit. That's all there is to that. So yeah.